Dealing with crisis is another important reason why the Cabinet is important. When it's a crisis, and you can see here we've got several examples, we've got the Paris attacks, we've got the London riots, the use of chemical weapons in Syria. When it's something big, it's important that the Cabinet as a collective body discusses it to make sure that they get it right. So when it's reacting to crisis or a national emergency, it's expected that the full Cabinet will discuss the issue to ensure that all viewpoints are heard and discussed. A really good example, an old example that's not in this Storify, is back in 1979, where you had the quintessential expression of traditional Cabinet government, where the UK was considering applying to the IMF for a bailout. And Jim Callaghan held a day and night series of Cabinet discussions where every single minister got to cross-examine the other to make sure that the decision was right. And as you can see, a national crisis like possibly applying to the IMF for a bailout of the British economy requires that full Cabinet discussion. I think that instance is in fact covered in The Secret World of Whitehall. If you watch that documentary, I've got it for you on that Storify. So watch the Callaghan bit because it covers and that shows that in a crisis the Cabinet is used to fully discuss. But that's not to say it isn't still used for that. As we saw, Cameron flew home after the London riots to have a Cabinet discussion, and the response to chemical weapons in Syria was also a full Cabinet discussion. So in the case of a crisis, we would expect a full Cabinet discussion.